Okay, let's do this thing. Welcome to the Go Home Show of Full Gear. This is the last stop for Dynamite before this Saturday's pay per view. Of course, we still got to get through Rampage this Friday, but this is the Go Home Show on Dynamite before Full Gear with a very big stat card ready for Saturday. What can be the final hype going into this show? We do kick it off with Bryan Danielson versus Rocky Romero. Rocky Romero had Orange Cassidy with him. Of course, Chuck Taylor, Wheeler Yuta, and Chris Statlander came out there. Apparently, and I guess this is true now, all these guys are now part of Chaos. What Rocky talked to Okada, and now they let all of them in. Which then again, some of these guys were already in Chaos anyways. And Wheeler Yuta was on the New Japan Strong show, but yeah, I guess all of them are in Chaos right now. Then again, Rocky Romero came out to the Roppongi Vice theme. I know Trent is hurt right now, so we haven't really seen Trent due to injury and whatnot. But we did see Rocky versus Danielson. And, I've seen Rocky Romero matches in the past and whatnot. I haven't really been the biggest fan. And unless I watch a lot of New Japan anyways. But I always thought Rocky was good. But I don't know, man. I feel like with Danielson, it's like, and I'm not saying Rocky's bad, but even if you put him out there with the worst person in the world, that's not really a good wrestler, Brian's gonna make that look like the just a fucking gold mine out there. Okay, of course they have Matt Hardy sitting there, which we're gonna get to him later in the show. But Danielson, no, this was great. This was a New Japan style match. Let me say that also. Danielson, what I did like was that you don't know how Danielson's gonna beat you half the time. And it's not like just by the usual it's by submission half the time, but the fact that he went from stomping on Romero's head to then putting him into the almost to the label lock, but then switched it to like a half Boston Crab for a tap out victory. You don't know how Brian will defeat you. It's mostly been by submission game a lot lately, but you can't tell what he's going to do. So just once again, Danielson just puts on another banger out there. Like I say, him and Rocky, they put on a very good match. Just really good. Okay, so both of these guys just good in general. But like I said, man, Danielson though, another banger for him as usual. Next, the Inner Circle came out, and as everybody's about to sing the theme song and whatnot, Judas, Dan Lambert, and his crew came out. Junior Dos Santos and Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page, as my friend called Scorpio Sky, Montel Jordan looking ass. I thought that was funny. They basically beat the hell out of all the Inner Circle guys. Scorpio Sky got a table in the ring. They end up putting Jericho through a table with Lambert putting him through the table, which did not look really good by a power bomb. And Scorpio Sky, says, yo, by God, he's broken in half. Trying to sound like JR out there. And we're going to get the full thing on Saturday. Fans chanting asshole in. Lambert got on the microphone in, basically saying, we're going to tap out Jericho as he put him in the walls of Jericho. But he said, that's a Boston Crab. It's from Florida Championship Wrestling in 1975 by the real Rocky Johnson and whatnot. Of, putting him into that submission hold before letting him go. So, obviously, Lambert got some good heat out there and whatnot. Which, hopefully this feud ends between him and the Inner Circle, because I haven't really been that really interested in this whole Inner Circle Dan Lambert feud, but I do appreciate the crowd chanting fat face dipshit out there, which was pretty funny too. So, it wasn't a bad segment, but I can't really say I'm looking forward to this 5-on-5 street fight. And again, I wasn't really into this feud in general that much anyways, between America Top Team and the Inner Circle. Next, though, which I probably think this was the worst match of the night, Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter, and Rebel versus Tay Conti, Thunder Rosa, and Anna Jay. Obviously, people probably want to see more of Anna Jay versus Britt Baker for the title. I don't think, come on, does anybody really believe Tay Conti's about to win this Saturday? Like, anybody? Because I just don't see it. It's not happening, okay? But, Rebel, we all know, is not really that good in the ring. Anna Jay, it's 50-50, but I don't think she's the best also. This match felt like it was either just a botch fest or it was just all over the place. They were, Thunder Rosa hitting that big dive on the Jamie Hayter on the outside too. Obviously, Tay Conti got the win on, Rebel, but come on, let's be honest. Does anybody really see her winning the title? Come on, we know Baker's going to retain, so it's no surprise from that. Next, Jungle Boy came out to go against Anthony Bowens. Anthony Bowens, I think the only really, well, not Anthony Bowens, but Max Caster, the only really good rhyme he had was when he said, you leave your girlfriend around 7 guys. So that was actually clever. Everything else talking about what your fetish is, what kissing a dude or whatever he said. I don't know, some pause, got a pause moments or whatever he was saying in his rhymes. But the last one was actually pretty funny. Jungle Boy did defeat Anthony Bowens though. Wasn't bad. Next thing you know, Bobby Fish comes out and attacks, basically just killing him out there. Christian Cage and Luchasaurus come out for the save. Then, as Fish gets out of dodge. Fish, man, it probably is a hit out on Jungle Boy. Maybe it is, but next thing you know, we did go to Adam Cole and the Bucks as they basically talked about what just happened out there, which Cole did introduce Bobby Fish. So in a way, we kind of got a little bit of a mini Undisputed Era return in a way, which of course they tried to make some Undisputed Era joke in it. And then, the Bucks said they know Bobby very well, mostly probably because they face Red Dragon. Now, if, I'm sure people are thinking themselves right now, since Kyle O'Reilly's contract is up next month in NXT, will he go to AEW? Will we see Red Dragon? Will we see some type of version of the Undisputed Era back in the fold and whatnot? But, Cole basically told Fish, just face Jungle Boy on Rampage and just save him a little fuss, for Full Gear so he can finish the job. So Cole said he knew he could count on Fish, which it's kind of funny, even though Fish was basically out of that whole. He wasn't even really in the story with the whole Undisputed Era breakup. He was on the sidelines the entire time. So it's kind of wonder how Cole and Fish would have reacted during that whole breakup of the Undisputed Era. And then some wonder if, when O'Reilly comes in, I wonder how that's going to work since they had a whole fucking blood feud with Cole leaving NXT after that whole thing with the Undisputed Era. So it was nice to see a little bit of a mini Undisputed Era out there and feud and whatnot. CM Punk and Eddie Kingston, I guess, were damn near trying to kill each other in the parking lot, trying to break through, fighting and whatnot, as other wrestlers were holding them back. So that happened. Wardlow went against Wheeler Yuta. Wardlow killed this man out here. The fans chanted one more time at the 3 to 4 fucking power bombs out there, and he hit his finisher on him, killing Yuta. Next thing you know, the Blade and Isaiah Cassidy come out, and Matt Hardy gets in the ring. It's a twist of fate, which for some reason they said a side effect on the chair. But listen, I don't really want to see Cassidy versus Matt Hardy at this point. I'm sick of this feud. I wish it stopped going. It's gone on forever. It's not good. It's not interesting. Whatever the best friends and Matt Hardy's Job Squad, it hasn't been a good feud. And I've liked Big Money Matt in the past, but this Big Money Matt version is definitely not working. And he was not over out here at the same time, too. So none of this was not good. It just wasn't good. Okay. I don't really need to see this again. Like I said, I'm just sick of this feud. All right. Leo Rush, who looks like now a Power Ranger for some reason with his new gear, and Dante Martin went against Matt Sydal and Lee Morty. Obviously, you could sit here and call this a squash match. Crowd was really into it though. It wasn't a bad match or anything. Some people say, Leo Rush still has it. Leo Rush never lost it. Okay, like I know Leo Rush has still been wrestling. I know he has commitments to New Japan and whatnot. Because I think, this was his first match on Dynamite and everything for Leo Rush. But it's just with Leo, Leo's not bad in the ring. You just sometimes may want to question his decision making and how many times he'll retire and whatnot if he's on the Terry Funk level yet. Because sometimes I wonder how long will it be until he retires again. But Leo Rush is not bad though, okay? But, this match was good. It was a spot fest, but it was an enjoyable spot fest. Next, which I think was the best match out of the entire night, was Pac versus Dax Harwood. This was great. These guys damn near tried to kill each other out there. I enjoyed this match a lot. This was fantastic, okay? These guys, even come on, fans chanting, this is wrestling out there. These guys beat the shit out of each other. Just from that top rope brainbuster, just to like that power bomb off the ropes onto the ground and whatnot. That was really good. The back suplex onto what was I think Hardwood hit like a back suplex onto Pac and whatnot. This was just great. If there's one big match you want to watch on this show, this was great. I enjoyed this match a lot. So Pac and Pac and Dax Harwood put on a fucking clinic out there. But Pac he did end up getting the brutalizer for the win. But right after Cash Wheeler came out and attacked them, lights went out. Next, Black and Andrade come out. And then as they're beating up Pac. Next thing you know, the Lucha Brothers go out there, and then Cody Rhodes, for some reason, Cody Rhodes goes through the crowd. Yeah, my friend said it best. My friend Steven. We know Cody sits in Gorilla most of the entire night because I'm sure he's running the show. Why didn't he just run out with everybody else? Why is he going through the crowd? Were the fans going to embrace him? He didn't get booed as much out here, I think, but why did he go through the crowd though? Did he have to be? I don't know, man. Cody's got to make himself just look very special and look very different. I don't know if this is going to lead into anything or whatnot. I don't know. Um, was this to piss off the fans? Like, I didn't understand. And I'm just sitting there like, wait a minute, why did he just run through the entranceway like everybody else? Why? And it's like he's the last one in the ring, so you're not gonna make it there in time. Like the Lucha Brothers are there first. Like you gotta wait through Cody just like to run all the way down the stairs and through the crowd just to get in the ring. I'm like, why did he go through there for? Like that looked it was kind of funny, but it was like, what is the point? It's like it's Cody, man. He's got to look different from everybody. Like put himself over one way or another. So very weird thing. I don't know if that's even leading in anything in that. Um, Next though, Tony Schiavone was in the ring for a contract signed between Hangman Page and Kenny Omega. And at first I questioned it till we get to the end of it, but I said to myself, "Where's Don Callis at? We haven't seen Don Callis in a while now. Like I felt like he wasn't showing up for some reason." And they did the contract signing, which Page signed it. Omega basically looked at hey man, so I'm a little sad whatnot. We used to be friends and partners and whatnot. And I know you've had a lot of insecurities and stuff, but listen, the Elite's always had your back to pick you up and everything. And we put you back on that horse when you failed. But you wanted to walk away. We still invited you back, okay? We did everything we could to do for you. And I see myself in you and whatnot. But Paige said, Omega, you having another partner that always felt that you may have measured up to. I'm sure that was a Kota Ibushi reference, but Paige, basically said, you've been champion for over a year now, and you may be able to surpass me and whatnot. But listen, and you want to tell me that I'm proud of you, you're proud of me and whatnot when you beat me in that tournament about a year ago, last full year. But Paige says, it was a lie because Omega, they say he's afraid of him and whatnot. And Paige says, he didn't want a fire lit under his ass so he wouldn't become what you become. I got a fire lit under me because I will become the new world champion this Saturday at Full Gear. Omega basically got up out of his seat then. And, I care about you, man, okay? I do, all right? And I just want you to realize you got good potential. So, like I said last time, good job, Hangman. He shook his hand, one last handshake. Good job. I'm proud of you. Next thing you know, the cameraman takes out Hangman Page with a camera, which it ended up being Don Callis. So I'm going to admit, they had me fooled right here. Because I said, well, it looks like my question was answered. Because in the beginning, I was like, I wonder where Don Callis is. Next, Don Callis shows up and hits, Hangman Page in the back with a camera. He bled, and they signed the contract with blood and whatnot. So, yeah, Don Callis, we just haven't seen in a while till now, so they fooled me on that one. But a very great ending, especially with the contract signing, hyping up for Full Gear this Saturday. Okay, so I'll admit this is one of the better Kenny Omega promos. Okay, I will say that. Hold that thought real quick. I gotta get some. Hold on. But yeah, this is one of the better Kenny Omega promos. I will say it wasn't goofy. It wasn't him trying to act silly half the time. This is one of the better, good heel champion, confident and whatnot. Because usually I'm sitting there like, where's Don Callis? Because this guy needs to talk for Omega. I just don't want to hear Omega on a microphone in general. Because the man can't talk for shit. This was one of the better ones this time. Maybe because it was more focused and whatnot. Because usually he is just not, Omega's just not good on the microphone. He isn't. But this is an exception this time. But, overall, though, this is a very good go-home show. I thought the best match was Pac versus Dax Harwood. I liked Danielson and Rocky Romero and whatnot. So, like I said, the worst match right on here was the 6-woman tag match. That was just not good, okay? But everything else was mostly good on this show. I will say that. I think Cody running through the crowd thing just looks silly and odd at the same time. But maybe it's leading to something. Maybe it's not. I have no clue. But other than that, though, this is my review of AEW Dynamite. This is the go home show before full gear. We will see you this Friday for Rampage also, but Saturday, though, will we have a joint review for Saturday? I don't know. We're scheduling that right now, okay? But other than that, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at HoodieKnight890. I'm out of here. See y'all later. Peace.